Good job, Jeff. Good job.
Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
Hey, I totally missed the hey. Hey!
I got to rely on you to do the haze, but you didn't do it. Hey!
I didn't. All right.
I can't hear the music.
All right, this is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we rank all of their records. We rank for them from worst to best. We get into our biggest banger if we have them, any stinkers if we got them. Before we do that, though, we start with our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. That's where we connect the band of the week to our boy Tom DeLonge and Blink, or one of his other bands, and we try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. Follow us there. Tell all your friends. Share our post, and that's it. That's all for the boring intro. So let's get into the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. Did you do one?
I feel like the intro just gets longer every time we do it. It's just I don't know why. I just feel like it does. That's all I'm going to say. Solid 40 seconds, 30 seconds. I'll leave it at that. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, but you're not leaving it right there. But keep.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you very
fine.
much for your time. No, I didn't do it because we just did it last week, right? And I literally said that Janet from the Herb Alpert. Oh, I guess we didn't do Herb Alpert last week.
No, we did do. Yeah, we yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll know at the time then. Yeah, the Herb Alpert to Janet Jackson to Justin Timberlake, and Justin Timberlake, who's done stuff with Snoop and other people, and that went to fucking Travis Barker.
Wait, why are you talking about
for the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge? Right?
Yeah, I know, but we're doing Black Eyed Peas.
I know, but I'm doing the same thing because with Herb Alpert, I went from Herb Alpert to Janet Jackson to Justin Timberlake to Blink.
Oh, so you're going Black Eyed Peas to Justin Timberlake? Okay,
to Blink. Yeah,
that's what you got to say.
That's
all you got to say.
I know, but
you just you made it way more complicated than it needed to be.
Hey, if you can do long intros, and I can do long that stuffs. Okay.
But it didn't even make sense.
Okay.
All right, I got one here. I kind of went the roundabout way because I could have just gone Travis Barker played on a Black Eyed Peas song. That's easy. But I went a roundabout way with we start with Sierra Swan. She sang on the song "Falling Up" from their first record. She was also on the last 2 Smashing Pumpkins records. She had lead vocals on a few of the songs and also background vocals. Billy Corgan has a co-writing credit on one of the Korn songs on their album The Nothing. On another song on that record, John Feldman has a writing credit. And then Feldy to Blink, Blink to Tom. There you go. 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge.
That's why The Nothing is such a great record, is because of all the great songwriters on it. Fact.
Well, this is fun, and I know you like that record.
That's why I said it. I like that record.
Well, you didn't know. That was...
I don't. What else do you want me to say?
Dude.
No, I was being serious. I do enjoy that record. You know I like that record.
I know you do, but, you're still being annoying.
Just never satisfied. You never be pleased. Okay.
I'm like an Esperanza wrestler.
Dude,
never satisfied.
Don't. I made that up. Don't take it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you made that up. That's their fucking slogan.
That was my slogan I gave them. Yes, correct.
You gave it to them, yeah. I like how that is like probably the most hyper regional thing we ever say on the podcast.
Our stupid fucking high school. Yeah.
Our high school wrestlers,
We were not on the wrestling team.
Nope, we were not. We were not.
A lot of our friends were on the wrestling team, though.
Yeah, several of our friends were. That's where our friend of the pod, Chris, that's how he broke his shoulder. Was in wrestling freshman year.
Oh, damn!
And then he had to drop out. Yeah,
And
then when he shattered his shoulder, Coach Marshall, that asshole, refused to let him go to the nurse's office, even though he was like complaining that it hurt so bad, and he made Chris sit there for like a half hour, because he didn't believe Chris was actually in pain. So then after that ended, after practice ended, he went to the nurse's office. And yeah, come to find out he had to go to the hospital and shit. And then Chris's mom came to the school and didn't even go through the office, went straight to Marshall's, Coach Marshall's class, and yelled at him in front of everybody.
Good.
Just like
idiot.
bitched him out. Yeah, he's a fucking dumbass.
He deserved those Marshall flyers. That whoever did that was amazing. That was great.
Yeah, I wonder who did that shit. Love it. My mom loves telling that story to people. She tells people all the time that we did that.
Good.
But anyway, this is way off topic, and
that's all right.
Anyway, 0-2. So
there's
doing.
There's going to be a lot of
Black Eyed Peas.
high school reminiscing on this episode, and a lot of post high school reminiscing on this episode. So might as well get started.
100%.
Let's get it started.
100%.
And
So yeah, Black Eyed Peas, 9 records. We're gonna start with their worst. Like I said, we're gonna give a banger if we got him, stinker if we got him. What's your number 9, Jeff? Go.
Their latest Elevation, their latest record. This was actually kind of tough to get through, and for the most part, everything was pretty fine for the Black Eyed Peas. A lot of it was that's fine, but I really didn't like this one at all. I thought it was boring. It was, like I said, it was hard to get through. Nothing about this I thought was entertaining. There was one cool song on here that I did like. I think it was one of the last songs, the one with Shakira and David Guetta. That was cool, but it's just nothing we haven't heard from the Black Eyed Peas before.
Honestly, my bottom 2 here, I think, are just terrible records.
Oh,
they are terrible. We'll start with Translation, their 8th record from 2020. I hated this record. I didn't even get through this record. I turned it off after 6 songs. I just skimmed through the rest to see if there was anything different. It was all the same. It's reggaeton. I hate that genre of music. I guess that's one of the worst genres of music ever. Can't stand it. That's what this record is. I get why they were doing this. They were trying to be relevant again because there was such a lull after Fergie left the group, and the record that came out after she left, which is actually a pretty good record, that just completely failed commercially. So I think this is them trying to, gain momentum from what was really popular in 2020, and honestly still is very popular. Reggaeton sucks. Can't stand it. That's all I got for it. Just a stinker of a record. Just not even. It's not even good. Reggaeton's already bad, but this isn't even
it's not all bad.
Doesn't even sound good, dude. But this record is just straight up bad. This is coming from guys who don't know how to. They don't come from that culture, so it's it just sounds so forced, and it just sounds bad.
They know club culture,
that's
a lot of that reggaeton is made for club culture, and the Black Eyed Peas are club culture. That's what they know.
But they're all from fucking East LA and shit. They're not from. I don't know. It just seems so disingenuous. But whatever.
Okay.
What do I know? What do I know? So what do you got for number 8?
Oh, and Sloan's fucking stumbling around here. Are you okay?
Of course.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Drinks way too much all the time. I don't get it. All right. Number fucking whatever it is. Next worst one that I don't like is number 8. Bridging the Gap, their second album. Just because you're a pop band that started off as a hip hop band doesn't mean your hip hop stuff's going to be good. It's not bad. I don't think this is bad hip hop. It's just everyone else that was doing this sound did it so much better. This is just and if this was your entry point into better hip hop, then that's great. That's what this purpose served, I guess. But this is boring. This is very, very boring of this kind of late 90s, early 2000s hip hop. It's just not good. And it kind of got great reviews and everybody kind of liked it. And I thought no, dude, this isn't very good. I don't know. Even Wyclef was doing better hip hop music. And I just, this is stupid. It is. It's stupid.
I'll agree with you there.
I don't care.
And that's not even my number 8, but, okay. So no banger, nothing like that.
There was a couple songs on here, and honestly, it's all the songs that feature people, right? They had a song here that had Mos Def on it, On My Own, which I like because I like Mos Def. De La Soul's on here. Cali Tuna, right, from Ozzo Motley. We loved Ozzo Motley so much. He's on one of these tracks. Yes. I love Ozzo Motley. I also like fucking Jurassic 5 too. So
I don't get why you like Ozzo Motley.
There's cool parts to these songs, and a lot of this album was just pretty much produced by will.i.am or Apple Man. How do you
Apple D?
Apple D? Okay, Apple Diap. Dumb.
I think is it just Apple, or maybe it's Apple Deep? I always thought it was Apple D without the P, but maybe it's just Apple Deep.
I never called them names. I just said will.i.am and Fergie, and that's the Black Eyed Peas. That's all right. Honestly,
that's all people care about.
It's just, again, just because you can do rap doesn't mean it's going to be good. And this is over an hour. What are you doing?
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
So,
I don't know, Jerry.
I don't know, Jerry.
All right. So my number 8 is Elevation, their last record, 9th record from 2022. This is they keep with that reggaeton sound. I guess it works for them to an extent. They do throw in a little bit more of like the electronic stuff, like kind of what they were doing toward the end of the Fergie era. But otherwise, it's just, I don't care. I don't think this is a good record whatsoever. The song Adios it's okay. I mean, it definitely has that reggaeton sound, but there's more electronic stuff, and I really like the rapping overall. But Taboo, I think he has the last verse on the song. I thought it was really good, but I'm really just I just don't care that much. I don't even know why I put it as a banger. This album sucks. Elevation sucks. It really does, man.
I don't like this record at all. I think it's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good. This band in general is not that great, but we'll get more into that later, dude. So what do you got for number 7?
Why do I have number?
Number 7s.
Oh, that's why.
You don't have a number 7?
I had an extra space in one of these, so now everything was off by 1. But now I have true numbers here. Number 7, Translation, 2020, and yeah, dude, this is them trying to be Black Eyed Peas Fergie era. Like the hip hop thing was okay, but they do party music very well, like very, very well. That's their forte. And this is just them, like, I don't know, they tried to fill Fergie's absence with a ton of guest vocalists, and it works well enough. But Fergie's not even that great on her own. No. But like, damn, dude, they slayed with Fergie. Without Fergie, they're just, I don't think they're anything. I think they're absolutely irrelevant completely.
No, it's the combination of Will.i.am and Fergie, because you hear I remember listening to the second Fergie record a while ago, maybe a year or two ago, and it just sucks. It's so boring. Even like the Duchess, her first record, which I guess we could kind of talk about too.
Yeah, it's not.
There's
great.
some bangers on that. It's not great, but the bangers, oh my god,
yeah, they're beyond bangers. They're so good.
Yeah, amazing pop songs on that record. But overall, the record kind of sucks.
It does.
But that's also like the Black Eyed Peas in general. Their hits, their pop stuff, fucking great shit. But the rest of the records, mediocre at best. Honestly.
Well, I guess we'll get into that a little bit later. But I don't fully agree with that. But I also don't like vehemently disagree. Girl Like Me, that one's got Shakira on it. You just don't fuck with Shakira. Like anything she touches is going to be at least fun, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like perfect. Sometimes it's an absolute banger. But this is a perfect party jam. It's a PPJ. That's what it is. It transitions into various parts that are like, if you're in the club and all of a sudden like an interlude's happening, it's because you're kind of like calming down from that 3.5 minute dance sesh. So maybe you're catching your breath, maybe you're grabbing a quick shot, maybe you're whispering into the ear of your honey, you're doing whatever you got to do, because the next like minute and a half after that is going to be wild. And I like that because it's club music. It's club music and it's meant to be played at the club. I like that song. It was a good song.
It was okay. It was fine. Dude, your whole description. Would you say whispering in your honey's ear?
Yeah, whispering in the ear of your honey.
That's what it was.
It's so funny because like we are not club people, but we did go clubbing.
No.
I think I probably went clubbing more than you did, but I still I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Well, because Taylor liked going to the club, and then like there was a long period of time when you just always had like somebody. And some of us like didn't have significant others, so where do we go? Let's go to the fucking club, because that's where girls think. That's where I think I can meet a girl.
That's true.
Fall in love is at the fucking club when it's loud as shit and everyone's drunk. Absolutely, that's the perfect place to go. But yeah, so I've always hated going to the club. I can't dance, and the dancing that I actually do like to do is not what people do at the club anyway. Like I like
what, salsa dancing?
I just like look like an idiot, just doing do my little jigs.
Yeah,
you can't
like
do
you
jigs
and Kevin. You guys all did that shit.
Yeah, we like doing jigs. You can't do a little jig at the club. It's silly. So like when I talk about going to the club, it's just like I have literally no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, clubs are the worst.
They're the worst.
Clubs are the fucking worst.
The worst.
Hated that shit. But anyway, that was what was that? Your 7?
That was my 7. Yeah.
All right, mine is Bridging the Gap. My number 7 is Bridging the Gap. Second record. I agree with everything you said. This is just mediocre hip hop of that era. They're trying to do this conscious hip hop thing. It's a little too convoluted. I just don't think any of them are great. rappers. They're good. They're fine. They're like B- material. They're B team group through and through, without a doubt. There's nothing really here that stands out. I was bored, honestly, and I was very disappointed, honestly. Very, very disappointed. I thought this was going to be way better than I was expecting, but yeah, there's nothing here for me. Nothing at all. Okay. Bridging the gap. And I guess I'll get more into it in the next one, but yeah. So what do you have for number 6?
It just, yeah. Especially in the early days too, they just, like, nobody sounded that much different from each other. At least when you got Tribe, like when somebody starts rapping and the other person like stops, you know who's doing it. Like, you know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And these guys, Apple Deep and then will.i.am and Taboo, they all think that just because like Tribe did it, just because Tribe can like do like kind of like the talking rap, right, where they don't really go high or low, like we can do it too. But all three of those dudes sound the same. Like, you guys all sound the same. I don't know who the fuck is rapping anyway, and it's all boring. There's like 5, especially when they sound so much different.
Yeah, especially when they're all kind of rapping in the same tone or like the same level of
monotone.
Energy. Yeah, because like if you get into some of the later Black Eyed Peas stuff, like there are parts where like Taboo really shines because sometimes he has like more aggressive. He became my favorite
of the three later on.
Yeah, so he has some good parts, but in this era, the first 2 records, it's just everybody just kind of does sound the same. It sucks.
Even Fergie. No, I'm just kidding.
Those are words, dude.
Those are words, dude. I know you hate Fergie. That's okay, though. So my number 6, 6 is Ella Funk. Ella Funk is number 6, and I don't even care. 2003.
That's fine.
This one just doesn't do it for me. There are some bangers on here, but this is like the perfect example of what you said earlier is there are bangers here. There's kind of like beyond bangers on this one, too. But the rest of the record is mediocre at best. I truly believe that. Not all of the records are like that, but this is like the poster child for that description. But it's just because they don't have like a solid identity yet. They're still trying to be hip hop with like pop mixed in. And now they have Fergie, and Fergie's like a cool songwriter, and she's helping elevate these songs, but they're not fully into the Black Eyed Peas sound. They're still trying to be like hip hop Black Eyed Peas. So, I mean, that's why we get the song "Where Is the Love," right? I do love that song. I love JT.
It's a great song, yeah.
But that song's a very like hip hoppy kind of R&B song. But then you get like "Let's Get It Started," and that too, like, come on, that's a fucking amazing song. That is a beyond banger right there. It is bonkers. It is so fucking good.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with
Ella Funk. We were gonna do Ella Funk, I think, at first at some point or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Yeah, but I'm very glad we didn't because I don't think this record's even like very good.
At least it was almost like a game time decision what record we were gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't confirm Monkey Business until this morning.
Yeah.
Honestly. So
I think that was the safest bet was Monkey Business anyway.
Okay. I disagree a little bit, but we'll go from there. Okay, so Ella Funk is your number 6. Mine is Behind the Front. First record from 98. Right, 98? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. First album. Did you notice that this record is censored on Spotify?
Yeah.
So that annoyed me.
They don't cuss a lot anyway, but yeah, it's censored.
Yeah, so that was annoying. This record's fucking long too. It's an hour and 13 minutes.
I mean, this is
surprisingly
they censored their "Let's Get It Started." But all right,
no, yeah, that's true. But anyway, yeah. But this is before they were a pop band, you know. Yeah. This is more just straight hip hop. And for being an hour and 13 minutes and like very little skits, why is it this long? Why? I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, in all honesty, it's not a bad record, but much like the second record, they're lower B, a lower B team. That's really what they are. I don't know. I'm going to be repeating myself based off of the second record too. Honestly, sometimes they could be really interchangeable. A lot of the songs bleed together on this one. There's way more R&B and like 90s R&B on this record than I was really expecting. And that was a little bit disappointing because I mean 90s R&B is just
dude, I don't get it.
A little over the top, man.
Honestly, I don't get it. People love fucking 90s R&B.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't even fuck with Bone
Tammy
Thugs.
Loves that shit.
I don't get it. So does Renee.
Tammy
I don't get it.
Loves R&B. But I mean, that's how she grew up. I mean, her older brother was into hip hop, like Biggie and Tupac. Like Tammy knows a shit ton of Tupac songs and Biggie songs, but that was because her brother listened to a shit ton of R&B too.
But like, I listened to all that rap too, but I fucking have never liked R&B. Never.
Yeah, definitely not my thing. But yeah, anyway, this one, Behind the Front, I just don't really care. No banger for me. Also, did you notice, like, not only musically are the first two records almost identical, but their album covers are almost identical too. Same color scheme, the brown, the oranges, the beige, and even like the way that they're like
pictured,
they're dressed and pictured, like they're almost identical album covers. They're interchangeable as well. Like, how plain old people could you be? Just so fucking disappointing.
I mean, like, this band came from, I didn't even know about this band, but they were signed to Ruthless Records, Eazy-E's fucking label.
Yeah.
And
then they were going to be dropped.
They were kind of going to be something else. But then, like, Eazy died, and then the whole like Pac thing, and then like gangster rap kind of like took a left turn, and like the 90s were wild. Mid 90s were wild for hip hop. So I get it, but it kind of seems like they wanted to be like gangster rap. They kind of wanted to be something like that. But then it got a little too real, and they changed direction, and that's
Well, mind you, that what they were before when they were signed to Ruthless, it was only Will.i.am and Apple D, and like two DJ, and I forgot that, like Mookie Betts or something like that. Even though I know that's a baseball player.
Damn.
But I see. I mean, I know everything. I know everything about baseball. I know more than you. That's for sure.
That's pretty good.
And the group was called At Band Clan. And At Band stood for A Tribe Beyond a Nation, which is just like, dude, why are you ripping off A Tribe Called Quest so bad? Come on, guys.
Fucking straight
Come
ripping it off.
on, guys. So that was annoying. And they actually did record a whole record, and it was shelved for like 15 years, and it was finally released in 2010. I didn't listen to it. I just didn't care enough after this week.
I didn't either. Usually we do a lot of good due diligence, but it was a lot this week.
Yeah, we did 9 Black Eyed Peas, and then I listened to the one Fergie record. And
did you finish it?
That was more than enough for me. I did finish it, yeah.
I didn't finish it.
The Duchess. Yeah, like I said, the singles on there, fucking amazing. The rest of that album, the Duchess,
delicious.
Glamorous.
So good.
It was like you who said that the only reason you know how to spell glamorous is because of that song?
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I can spell because of pop culture. Like beautiful, I can only spell because Bruce Almighty, when he goes like B-E-A-U-T-ful. So I always remember that it's B-E-A.
Oh my God. And you know how to spell bananas because...
Oh, yeah, dude. Because Gig.
Stupid hollaback girl.
Yeah, because Gig.
Hate that.
Dude, that's on the list of things that you're so fucking wrong about. Is Hollaback Girl is not a good song.
I hate that fucking
so
song.
Dumb. That is
hate it.
So dumb.
Can't stand you.
Okay.
All right. So, what's your number 5?
Masters of the Universe or Masters of the Sun, Volume 1, 2018.
Okay.
I like that they're going back to rap. I do. Like they're coming full circle here after making Fergie a megastar, right? I like that they keep like the Black Eyed Peas sound while still doing hip hop. That's something that was missing in the first few records. But it's just not exciting. These guys alone are just too similar to make it anything interesting, anything that I want to keep listening to. Even having like guest female vocalists just isn't enough to replace Fergie. And I don't think Fergie's like the greatest pop star of all time, but damn, dude, she elevated the Black Eyed Peas. Like her and Will.i.am were just, dude, they were on another level. They were on a different plane of existence together. They look good. They dressed cool together. They vibed well together. Like everything they did together was just so fucking rad. And her absence is just, they're done. You guys are done. They're on borrowed time.
There's nothing.
So Match of the Sun.
You look at like the, not only like the critical reviews for what that's worth, but you look at the amount of downloads and just kind of the shows that they're playing. It's dropped significantly after she left. After the hiatus and all that shit.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
It is.
But
it's all right.
It's not. I mean, it's fine. It's. I guess
I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad. I'm glad that they put out what we think are probably like 3 pretty damn good party records, and then just called it a day.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I have no desire to go back to anything but honestly anything but my top 2. I'll never go back to anything else.
The top 2 are the ones I would go back to also.
Yeah. Even then, that's I mean, that's being nice.
I would have to be in a very, very specific party mood, and I'd rather just kind of like skip through to the bangers. But there's a lot of bangers though, so
I know. You might as well just make like a Black Eyed Peas playlist.
You could,
and that's all you need.
It'd be like 25 songs.
What? Maybe 20 songs? Yeah, 25 songs. Yeah, that's all you need. Really, that's all you need. And throw in the fucking Fergie solo stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's a perfect playlist right there. Yeah. All right, so my number 5 is Elefunk, third record from 2003. Banger, Let's Get It Started, or the original title, Let's Get Started.
So straight up, like that's gone forever. Like you can't download that at all.
Yeah.
Any pressings they
have.
And
I didn't use the R word. I didn't use the R word, by the way. I didn't use it.
But that's what the song was originally called. It was called Let's Get...
I know.
It's called Let's Get It Started, but it wasn't called Let's Get It Retarded. It was called Let's Get Retarded, right?
Let's Get Retarded. Yeah, that was the original title, was Let's Get Retarded.
Let's Get Started. I guess it doesn't make sense if you say Let's Get Started. Oh, because that's 3 syllables versus... Okay,
well, because, the syllable, yeah, you have to match the syllables.
But, like, that was a seamless transition, though, right? Like, Let's Get It Started.
Oh, yeah.
That was just like oh, fuck yeah, let's just change it. Cool, easy. Nobody will ever know. And I didn't know until this week. I'd never even and I've listened to that song. It's been on different playlists, and it's on pop playlists, and I just never even fucking noticed until this week that it's erased from existence.
Not even on YouTube, nothing?
I'm sure you can probably find it on YouTube.
But at least on the main streaming sites, I guess.
But actually, friend of the pod, Sloan, actually has this on vinyl, but he only has one disc. So I'm wondering which disc he has, because if it has this on it, at least that's an expensive disc.
Of course, he only has one disc. Of course.
I know. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, when we first started collecting, I was like, hell yeah, you have this? Like, let me buy it off you. Oh, it's missing a disc. Cool.
Oh, and he probably didn't even know it was missing a disc.
No, I had no idea.
Oh, what a knucklehead. Elefunk. Yeah, this is... obviously, this is their transition record. This is when they dive into the pop stuff. At this point, their original female vocalist, Kim Hill, she quit the band... and I actually read an interview she did, maybe it was for Entertainment Weekly back in 2019, talking about her time with the group. And she said that she left the group amicably. And she said it was because she didn't want to have to objectify herself to make money. And she said that the record label was pushing them to do very specific things, for her to grind up on Will.i.am and, be in a bikini and just do things that she just didn't feel comfortable doing. So she left and she wasn't mad at them, and she actually said something that I thought was kind of interesting. She had asked them well, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to sell out like this? And well, if we don't sell out, you get to go home and back to New York with in a nice neighborhood. If we stop, we're gonna have to go back to East LA and sell CDs out of our trunk.
East LA shit.
Yeah, and I mean I get it. I have no problem with them selling out at all, because they did it fucking really well, and their hip hop was just not cutting it. That style was just not cutting it for them, and I have no ill will about that. I think that was fantastic move.
Yeah, and fuck that shit selling out. That's called making money, dude. That's called working for Burger King is selling out. Fuck out of here. Sell out.
No,
please.
So yeah, but this is the first one with Fergie. And it's definitely herky jerky. They're still trying to do that hip hop thing, but those songs just fall so fucking flat. And really, the singles on this are all that matter. And especially Let's Get It Started. That's just a beyond banger right there. And Where's the Love? That's the best hip hop song they've done. Because that's really a hip hop song with a big catchy hook, but it's not focused around the hook. All the verses are great, but
I love that song.
Yeah. Anyway, Elefunk, that's my number 5. Kind of a pretty shit record. So what do you got for number 4?
Number 4, Behind the Front, their first record, and this is just because I do like hip hop, and this is a solid hip hop record. It's very much like the cool jazz of hip hop here. It's easy to get into. Lets the music and beats kind of just sort of find their way through everything. There's a lot of times when nobody's rapping. It's just the beat is just happening. And that's why the record's so damn long. But the vocals are always in that mid range, and it's just fine. It's nothing great. It's fine. I didn't think anything was playlistable. But I don't know. It was just very a Tribe Called Quest sounding, very like jazzy to it. And what it is, that was like the one I thought was the most like, dude, this is straight up like Tribe Called Quest. But the record's fine.
What I thought was cool about the first two records though is that they actually had a live band. It wasn't just sampling. So they would take a live band out on tour and all that kind of shit. So that part is really cool. But I mean, you know, fucking the Roots were doing it too at the same time. And honestly, I'm not a big Roots fan, but I mean, they did it better.
I mean, a lot of hip hop artists have done that, and it's not like it's nothing great. It's just I'd rather watch like Mixmaster Mike or somebody else just sit up there with a turntable and blow my mind than have a full band play and have it just be mediocre. Like I don't care.
That's true too.
So like I do think this is a better record than everything else I've listed, but I still don't think it's a very good record.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like we're not even at 2s yet.
Oh yeah. Based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 has a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. Not even at a 2 yet. Not even at it. Like I'm talking like 1. I'm still at a 1 right now.
I'd probably give Behind the Front like a 1.25 because I'm never going to go back to it. Right. So I cannot give anywhere near a 2. But I do want people to listen to it because it is their first record and it's so fucking different than what we know. But you should only listen to it once. But I still think it's better than just a 1.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think everything's a 1 so far because I think you should listen to all of these because they're all kind of different from each other, and you get an idea of like where they were trying to go to when they went full pop and when Fergie left. So I feel like everything deserves at least a 1.
I think Elevation and Bridging the Gap, their last one and their second one, sub 1.
Sub 1, okay,
sub 1.
Fair.
What the fuck you need them for? What do you need Bridging the Gap for?
Yeah,
you have a better one of that in their first, and like that served no purpose. And then Elevation, like the fuck were you thinking? Get out of here, guys! Come on.
Just to understand like how bad they've become. Yeah. That's why you need to listen to it. But okay, my number 4 is Masters of the Sun, Volume 1. It's only one volume. They never made another volume.
Not yet.
Not yet. So this came out in 2018, their 7th record. This is, like you said, a throwback to the first 2 records, but I think this was done way better than the first 2 records. This is what I wanted them to sound like on those first 2. Like it's a little bit more grittier. It's not as R&B and soulful as the first 2. And I think this is a good comeback, throwback to all that. And I have no issue with it. I still don't think it's particularly great. I would give this a 1.5 out of 3. And I guess if I had a banger, it would be All Around the World. This one has Phife Dawg. And what is it? Ali. It has Ali on this one as well. And then it has one of the guys from De La Soul, but I can't remember his name right now. And I like this one because they all sound different. They all have their own identity, their own voice. So it was a standout track. But otherwise, I don't know. I'll never go back to this one. Never ever go back to this one.
Never go back. No, it's true.
So what do you got for number 3?
Monkey Business. What the fuck? Hold on one second. These fucking dogs. I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass right now. Number 3. My number 3.
My number 3. Oh, yeah. What do you got for number 3?
I guess I already did it, but you can do it again. Monkey Business. Album of the Week. Number 3. 2005.
Ooh, that is low, baby girl.
That's adequate. That's where it should be.
There we go. All right, my number 3 is The Beginning, 6th record from 2010. Whoa, dude. Yeah, dude, for sure, bro. This is them. This is an extension of the electronic sound they were already doing on The End, which is their 5th record. I would kind of say this is the B-sides. They were kind of exhausted the best of the pop electronic sound on The End, and these are the leftovers. There are some bangers, honestly, but I didn't write any of them down. I don't remember. I don't know why I didn't.
You wait. So your favorite is The End, and then Monkey Business.
Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
No, Monkey Business is my 2, and The End is my number 1.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't have too much to say about The Beginning, other than it's an extension of The End, which, I mean, we'll get into eventually, or next, I suppose. So that's your number 2 then?
What, The End or The Beginning?
Yeah.
No, The End is my number 2.
Which one? Okay, so The End is your number 2. Yeah. Let's get into that because that's my number 1. Whatever. Because Monkey Business is my 2.
So like all 3 of these, I think are I don't know, because it is what it is on the list. So like what you see is kind of what you get, right? Like this, they're shallow, they're basic.
Don't try to get around it. Is what it is. But that what you just said, what you see is what you get should be on the no list too. That's just, come on.
But it's true, right? You read the lyrics, right? And then you read like who's producing this. You read all those things about it, and like, okay, what you see, like literally what you see is what you're gonna get. You put together on paper an album, and it's gonna sound exactly what you think it's gonna sound like. But like, these are still pretty fucking good. But they're all very shallow. But these, I think the end and the beginning, the track list runs deep, and I think both of them have late bangers, which is always like nice and
rare for them.
Yeah, it's rare because after like the first 5, and really like the first like fucking 5 on the end, 5, 6,
I think.
Yeah, 6. Yeah. Like, god damn, it's fucking good. But then you get like late bangers. One Tribe is great. Now Generation, that's a fucking banger. These are like great songs that are deep. But this is I really have nothing negative to say about this. I just connected so much with the beginning, so much better. So I'll leave you to the end there.
Okay, all right. So yeah, the end to me, those first 6, 5th record from 2009. I mean, it's just, what is it? Boom Boom Pow. You know, that starts off the whole record. And, you know, every time I listen to the song, I think of the Jackass movie. I think it's Jackass 3D, where they didn't start the movie out, but there was a part of the movie where they essentially made a music video for the song, but it's with Johnny Knoxville and Spike Jonze dressed as old people. With the prosthetics and everything. Like every single time I hear the song, I play that image in my mind of the Jackass movie and not the actual song or anything like that. I think it's an absolute banger of a song. There's no, the lyrics are fucking terrible, obviously, like you said, but they're criticized so much for the lyrics. They're fun, yeah, but they're almost like nonsensical. There's zero substance, but that's fine because that's the song. It's a pop song. It's not supposed to have any sort of substance.
Damn chickens keep jacking my style. And this is like one of her coolest lines she ever had, right? Like back in the day.
Oh,
like,
God, you love this line.
Dude, I'm so 3008. You're so 2000 late.
So 2000 late.
Fuck off. That's so good.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad that it's good.
Dude, but it's like this came out in 2009. So it's such a good diss for that 1 year.
and then you have Rock That Body coming on after Boom Boom Pow. Come on. That's like one of the coolest like club songs they've ever done, hands down. And then Meet Me Halfway is the 3rd track. You know, and when that chorus comes in with Fergie where she sings Meet Me Halfway, oh my God, it's so smooth. That transition, it's so needed after those verses. Not that the verses are bad, but when it drops into that smooth ass chorus and when she sings Meet Me Halfway, it's fucking good. And then I'm a Bee, number 4, 4th track. I'm a Bee rocking right now. It's just like, and it's very like kind of Daft Punk, very Kanye Graduation, you know? This whole album was made because of Kanye's Graduation. Yeah. Hands fucking down. I actually wanted to do this record for the album of the week, because I wanted to mostly talk about Kanye a lot, but no, we did Monkey Business. And then I Got a Feeling. Come on, that's another absolute banger. I mean, super fucking catchy.
It's a good ballad. It's a really good party ballad. It's a good ballad.
I know.
Let's leave it up.
And then the song Ring-a-Ling, it's number 8. Easily the worst lyrics I've ever heard in my fucking life. Those lyrics are so bad. And I was laughing so fucking hard listening to it. I listened to the song multiple times because I was laughing so hard at the lyrics.
That's one where he just goes like,
they're horrendous.
Like, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, this is just it's fun. It's not as fun as like LMFAO, but it has that kind of that feel to it. The vibe, I guess, you know, the kids would say.
The vibe.
But not nearly as good as LMFAO, because that first record is just, it's perfect. This is not perfect.
That's a meta party album. This is a straightforward party album.
Definitely. Those were guys who were just strictly making party music because they knew they could write really good songs. Like Black Eyed Peas were taking themselves a little too seriously. But anyway, The End is my number 1. Get into the beginning.
Dude, so everything that you said about like the end is true. The end is great. It's fine. And that was my number one, right? Because I had Monkey Business. I had the end. It's like, oh, dude, this is fucking good. Like, I'm just sailing through this shit. Like, how could it get better? And then it got better. The beginning. This is more dance club stuff, but we also get some good ballads. But they know how to do a lot more sequencing and bridging between songs. So the beginning is like, you could play it front to back, and it would be fine. Like I said earlier, with like the break time, getting your waters, smooching your honeys, whatever you want to do during those like down parts of the album. Like the beginning was a good sequence. Whispering to your honeys was smooching your honeys. Like it's the fucking 50s over here. Oh, it's stupid. But we still just have kind of like a long album of pop hits that all sound the same, and that's great. Because that's what you want from like pop music, is you want to just be like, follow the formula, stick to the script. It works, it's fine. But like the song, the best one, right? That was co-written and produced with David Guetta, and I fucking love David Guetta so much. So it has his sound to it. It's got that like late kind of 2000s dance shit, and like that the hook is super catchy, and it kind of sounds like "Can You Meet Me Halfway," which is on the album right before it. So it's like they're reusing kind of like riffs a little bit, but then like David Guetta comes in and he has that heavy synth sound to him, and whatever he touches just turns into that, and it's amazing. But then I forgot, okay, buddy, because you said like I can't remember any bangers here. This is my favorite Black Eyed Peas song, not the one I just said. That's the next one coming up. I forgot that's even a fucking Black Eyed Peas song because it's so good, but just can't get enough, right? Boy, I think about it every night and day. That's how Fergie starts it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
that's right.
fucking God.
That's right, yeah.
Holy shit balls. It is unreal. I listened to that song like 6 times in a row. I just kept doing it over and over. And I don't think Fergie's a great singer. She's a good singer, and she sounds fine live. Like, there's nothing wrong with her voice, but she's not an American Idol singer. But, like, holy shit, dude, talk about, like, a good ballad. She churches up her vocals in this well enough just to be, like... just to be a little bit extra, just to have a little bit extra. And I love the little flourishes in the song, like some cool instrumental parts thrown in, some cool like soundscapes. Yeah. And at some point, like Will modulates his voice when he says the word like Mr. Roboto, and he modulates his voice to sound like a robot. So like Mr. Roboto. And it's just like all these little things just add for a fucking cool song. And the end part, right? The drop, as you would say. Everything just kind of stops and it goes like din, 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 and that's fucking 2010 club scene in a nutshell right there. That's it. That's what we did.
Every song had
that kind of shit. That's what we wanted, right? That's a cool song 75% of the way, but now I'm just ready to get fucking wild. Let's just get wild. And that's what happened here. Damn.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
That song, that song alone put this at number 1 for me just because I love that song. I'd buy it in the fucking 45. If there was a 12-inch single of it, I'd buy it.
You buy it?
God, it's a good song.
Man, I didn't even look up. Do they have like a compilation of the Fergie era? Because I think I would get that on vinyl.
I probably would get that too.
That'd be good. Also, I do like the artwork on the beginning. I think that's their best artwork.
It's so good, right? It's just so stupid.
The 8-bit picture of each of them. Yeah, I like it.
I also like the end artwork too. That fucking it's probably just one of the guys, but that computerized.
It's all right.
Thing.
I think they had that for the end. I think they had different colors. Like there was a green one. And then there was a red one and a blue, maybe a yellow one as well.
Oh, that's cool. Dude, that's a travesty that you hated Mr. Hudson so much, because that was one that I wanted to do on the pod at some point, but that's never going to happen now.
I mean, we could do it. We could do it. I mean, if you love it and I don't like it, that could make it's. We've done episodes like that.
That is true. That is true.
So put it on your list. We could do it sometime.
I love that record.
I shit on it. Huh, okay.
Dude, just can't get enough. So come on, man. That's got to be like. That's a top 5.
It's a great song.
For you, for top sure, it has to be a top 5 Black Eyed Peas song.
No.
I don't think you remember
top
that
10,
song.
But not top 5.
It's like the last song on the album. Maybe second to last song.
I know it is.
I don't think you even remember that song. So
I have it playing right now in my ear. You can't hear it, but I'm playing it right now.
I think about it every night and day.
Yeah, it's a great fucking song, but not top 5. Top 10, I'll think about it.
You're not top stupid. 5. It's top 1.
That
is her best
song.
That is her best fucking song.
It's the best song on the record.
That is her best song. I didn't. It was a period after that. They were done. Fuck.
So where would you put the Duchess, the Fergie record, the solo Fergie record?
I put that after Monkey Business. I put that at, I guess, 3.5.
4? 3.5? Okay. Yeah. I would put it after my number 2 after Monkey Business as well.
It's not deep enough.
So
it's just not deep enough.
I mean, none of their albums are deep enough.
The end and the beginning are
honestly,
deep enough.
they're not deep enough. No, barely.
Well, comparatively, yes, they're deep enough.
No, okay. No.
Dude, Just Can't Get Enough is like the last song. That's deep, baby boy. That is the deepest.
That is deep, but it's still a single, right? It's a single.
About it every night and day. God, there's probably some cool acoustic
Regardless
covers.
of where it is on the track list, it's still a single. So it's not a deep cut.
Yes, it is. Of course it's a deep cut. When you spin on the vinyls, you can't just skip over the vinyls. You got to like pull the thing up, put it down.
I'm just on based off of Spotify. The two most streamed songs on the beginning are the first song, The Time, and then it's the best one yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I just can't get enough. Sorry. Actually, Just Can't Get Enough has more streams. It has 463 million, and then This Time has 276 million.
People just can't get enough.
That's something, dude. That's a joke.
That's a joke, dude. That should go on the no-no list because all fun goes on the no-no list.
All right. Do we have anything else on these stupid fucking rankings?
No, that's it.
All right. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, tell all your friends. And that's it. That's all.